Okay, just want to prefix the following video. This is just a short clip. There's a couple of clips that I kind of spliced together. It's about Morgoth and Neema Parvini, and I just think it's very apt, and it deserves its own short little video. But I just want to prefix it just talking about Morgoth and Neema and the wider dissident right, certainly in the UK. And my point being is that Neema has cucked them all. He's got them to heel. Morgoth is, I've said for fucking years that Parvini is his line manager, but he absolutely is. It's kind of beginning like sort of semi in jest, but no, he absolutely is. And the reason why he is because he's hooked them up to all these fucking nudge units. That's my supposition. His parents live in Iran. He's been on the Duran 3 times. You know, he's got 110,000 followers or something on YouTube. This is an influential figure. He's on lists, and he's hooked them up. Because now, if you look at Morgoth, now all he just does bricks active measures. Now, I know I've said this for a number of years, but with the attack against Iran, which again, I'm not in support of in principle. I don't give a fuck about Iran because they produce shaheeds, which fucking, you know, bomb my city. So aside from that, though, I mean, I'm not really, I mean, it's retarded because it's Trump, and, you know, I think it's a bit more than retarded, actually. If you just call it retarded, you kind of miss the point. It's Chabadian. But of course, he won't refer to it as being Chabadian because he is paid by Chabad, Morgoth's Review, and that would be the Chabad within Russia because they pay him for active measures work. So, you know, this is all... You notice that they never talk about Chabad, do they? The dissident right, the J-obsessed dissident right. They don't talk about Chabad. Isn't that interesting? It's almost like they're fucking funded by them. Likud, whatever the allegedly right-wing Jews, but of course they're not. It's all just a fucking game. Well, you know, fine. They don't bite the hand that feeds them. You know, and they certainly don't bite the Iranian hand. But I mean, Morgoth's Review, I mean, it's insane. Like, he's literally saying, there was a tweet the other day, he said, someone was talking about Islam and was saying, what, are you saying that Islam isn't a problem now? And he said, oh, it's only Sunni Islam that's a problem. Shia Islam is not the problem. Don't worry about the Iranians, lads. They're fine. Well, he's already told you Tehran looks more European than London. Again, not to labour the point, 4 years of bombing the whitest city on earth, the whitest capital city on earth, white-pilled him. Within 3 days of this last year's bombing, he was proclaiming and posting videos portraying. They didn't even portray, they all look fucking brown anyway. But whatever, that impressed him. And I think I pointed out at the time, I posted a picture of a load of Iranian Shia Muslims in London when they go around beating their bare chests, and they're all, he's happy with this. This isn't the problem, lads. Shia are your friends. Basically what he's saying. Because he works for an Iranian fucking nudge unit. And he's been connected by Neema Parvini. And I'll just invite you to just scroll down his Twitter. I mean, I'm not even going to fucking go through and put stuff on the screen for this. You can do it yourself. Do your own fucking research. This is what this man does. Shia is not the problem. He keeps going on about, like, you know, civilian deaths in you know, Iran constantly. And of course, again, stepping over the fact that he's never mentioned any in 4 years of the war that white-pilled him, which involved the whitest nation on earth. Like, it's so transparent to what this is. I don't know, there's nothing that you could say to the parasocial bros, because they just like the Geordie accent. They've just got no mates, and he's their imaginary friend, and if they send him money, he calls them that. He says, thanks, friend, and that makes them feel good. Maybe he likes their comment, and then they just... dopamine spike. Fucking come on, boys, you like my comment. Ooh. Maybe on YouTube, if they say something like Russia, no Russian called me gammon, maybe he loves the comment, and then it's just like fucking money shot. You know what I mean? Maybe if they tell him that he made them cry, you know, maybe again, that, I suppose that is the fucking money shot, isn't it? That's the money shot for the money. You know, if you demoralize them that badly that they're literally weeping, You have them broken. Well done, Michael. You've broken a large section of would-be nationalists within the United Kingdom. They are now kind of broken, almost in a kind of MK Ultra-ish kind of way. You've worn them down with your demoralisation, fucking maudling, fucking nostalgic doomcore. And you've brought them to heel, and now they're eating out of the fucking palm of your hand and sending you money. Well, fucking hats off. Well done, you. Because you're getting money from fucking everyone, aren't you? You're getting money from Parvini's little unit out in Tehran, getting money from the Russians, and you're getting money from the worn down parasocial bros. And he still goes off and does his like nudge unit whiskey grift. Yo, maybe have a wee dram yourself over Christmas, and then 3 days later he's posting his, the special bonding thing between a man and another man is a ritualistic bonding between two men that can happen. Fucking you slimy, fucking manipulative piece of shit. All you fuckers. I actually do think, I think I said previously that I don't think he is a dark triad narcissist. I think he is. I just think he's got very, very finely tuned defences against it. See, someone like Woes grew up in like middle class Edinburgh or thereabouts. You know, and he went to art college. So, I mean, he leads with his chin. But Morgoth knows that he, like, in the environment where Morgoth grew up, like, he couldn't do this. Not really. You can't, you just get fucking... You get crushed, really. In the 90s, 2000s, swanning round with this kind of attitude. But he does have this, I think. He's just learned to camouflage it more. But he's a manipulative scumbag. Like, I mean, you can see this with his, you know, all his little active measures campaigns when he's talking about pensioners freezing to death. Imaginary conversations. Oh, I spoke to a lady, she had a little dog, oh, lovely. She's going to die a slow, coughing death. Oh, it's all because of a corrupt gangster state, and I've never expressed an opinion on the war. All the fucking rest of it. Isn't it interesting how much that dovetailed with Tommy Robinson, fellow Chabadian, you know, apparatchik? Isn't it interesting how it was bang on, almost like it's come out of a fucking nudge unit, almost like you've had a big donation from one of them saying, great to hear you haven't gone pro-Ukraine. You should talk about, like, you know, pensioners freezing to death. Probably not even that direct. You should talk about the consequences that will affect people due to, you know, rising energy costs, whatever. Because he's not stupid. He can pick the ball up and run with it. I mean, you know, probably have a fucking cardiac arrest, but, you know, whatever. So anyway, you can see these people for what they are. You can't get through the parasocials because, as I say, they kind of are. This is a bit like Alec in fucking Clockwork Orange, particularly unpleasant film, but, you know, it really is kind of like that. They are broken at this point. They're so addicted to the weird doomy kind of like, it's okay, it's not your fault, everything's ruined, just cry and send me money kind of sub-communication that they get from the dissident right. This is all they're used to now. They've come to love it. They've come to love the misery. It's a bit like fucking, what was her name in Father Ted? She likes the misery of making the tea, you know. She's been broken. Well, that's kind of like dissident right. They like the doomcore. They like to cry, because when they cry and go, oh God, it was so much better 40 years ago, it's kind of like, oh, it's not your fault that you haven't really got anywhere in life and you're sort of 48 or something. And you find yourself, you know, lonely in a fucking bedsit sending this fat little weeble money. Well, don't bother, lads, because he's getting money from serious players. So that's what I would suggest. Anyway, I'll just roll the rest of the clip. His secret king shit comes really wholly from demoralization. Now, I'm gonna step over, you know, any active demoralization that he pursues, and he fucking does. He fucking does. I think numerous people, they literally demoralize for political ends. They've told you this. In fact, he has told you this directly with that tweet he made to his line manager, another secret king, possibly the most ardent secret king, Parvini, where he literally tells you that they're going to start demoralizing people by telling them that pensioners are going to freeze to death because Starmer's in. But when Starmer wasn't in power, boomers were like sort of like going on fucking yachts and all the rest of it or whatever. Smug, kind of like, you know, free spending boomer. But now Starmer's in power, this is how we're going to present them. And he showed a freezing lady. Again, we'll step over his winter of discontent 2022. So he told you that they will demoralize. So that's on the record. But now, I also think this is just the man's character.
So that was the sort of like underhand fishing for a dopamine spike from his line manager by retweeting that image, which was foolish, wasn't it, Michael, really? But fine, you've done it. So in revealing that, he's told you they do it. Did they do it once? No, of course they didn't do it once. They do it all the fucking time. Neema almost certainly will have hooked him up to fucking media observation units based in Tehran. Go and stroll down on his timeline right now, Morgoth's review, and that's what you'll see. Because he is, I don't know this. I'm almost certain that's the case. He's been hooked up to the Neema Parvini's, not his, but the media observation unit that will be funding Parvini. Parvini hooks him up, and he's performing for him. Morgoth is basically, I don't want to say Bulldog, actually. I was going to say he's Parvini's Bulldog, but actually Bulldog's quite apt, isn't it? Especially sort of English Bulldog, because they're very slovenly and they've got the little drool and they're fat and all the rest of it. So, okay, he is Parvini's Bulldog. He's got the regional accent. He's got the sort of, the northern veneer. He's got the parasocial. He's got a slightly different wing of parasocials. But he's essentially on Parvini's lead. And he'll be getting paid for that, almost certainly. Almost certainly. Beyond certainty, I would say. Anyway, beyond that, his kind of organic Secret King activity it's wedded in a sort of low energy, fear-based. Well, again, he's openly said this. He said that he would prefer to live in a Mad Max world than the world today. Which, again, I've talked about before. As I think I said in another video, I don't want that, because that's essentially anarchy with gangs of fucking prison gangs roaming the land, like burning people's houses, raping women, killing people. That's horrible. It's a horrible thing to want for your country. But this man will openly tell you that what does he want for Britain? He wants it to, quote unquote, be like Ireland used to be, which is tuck yourself up into a ball, pretend the rest of the world doesn't exist, have no agency. Just allow bricks and everyone else to just fucking take the piss on the global stage. What I'm saying is, these same people, if you want to have this belief that everything, you're a total accelerationist, because Morgoth's told you he has that. He says he wants a Mad Max world. Well, okay, so you're a fucking balls out accelerationist. Now, okay, if this is your opinion, you got to fucking stick with it. But what does he do? Oh no, pensioners are freezing to death again. Oh no. Well, you want a fucking Mad Max world, so what are you fetching about fucking pensioners for? Do you see what I'm getting at here? There's never any consistency. There's just duplicitousness. Because he will do, and again, going back to the Parvini tweet, they've told you this, he will do this for political reasons. And again, going back to the fucking nudge units in the background. The media observation units. Tehran or Moscow, or anyone who's fucking got money, quite frankly, because that's all they're into.